Welcome to World Insight. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. Beneath Afghanistan's rugged terrain lies a hidden fortune, one that has remained largely untouched for centuries, shielded by mountains and conflict. Deep underground, an estimated $3 trillion in minerals are waiting to be unearthed, including vast reserves of lithium, copper, and rare earth elements, resources essential for the modern world. For decades, this immense wealth was locked away by war, instability, and a lack of infrastructure. But now, with the US withdrawal, the balance of power is shifting, and a new player is stepping in to claim the prize. China, eyeing the world's next great resource prize, has moved quickly to fill the vacuum, seeing Afghanistan as a strategic jackpot for its tech-driven future and global ambitions. The US once called Afghanistan the Saudi Arabia of lithium, hinting at its potential to reshape global markets and fuel the next generation of technology. China's interest isn't charity, it's a calculated move to secure the raw materials that power electric vehicles, smartphones, and the green energy revolution. These minerals are the backbone of tomorrow's economy. While the West isolates the Taliban, China keeps its embassy open, hosts high-level talks, and lays the groundwork for economic cooperation, forging new alliances in the process. This isn't about ideology, it's about national interest and a long-term bet that economic leverage and investment can succeed where decades of military intervention failed. The stage is set for a new chapter: China, Afghanistan, and a $3 trillion secret that could change not just the region, but the entire world's economic future. Afghanistan's mineral wealth is staggering: lithium for batteries, copper for infrastructure, and a treasure trove of rare earth elements that power the modern world. Beneath its rugged mountains and remote valleys lie resources that could transform not just Afghanistan, but the global supply chain for critical minerals. These rare earths are indispensable for high-tech industries, from advanced electronics to renewable energy systems, making them some of the most sought-after materials on the planet. Afghanistan's lithium reserves, in particular, could rival those of South America's famed lithium triangle. If tapped, they could position Afghanistan as a major player in the global energy transition, fueling the world's shift to electric vehicles and clean energy storage. China, already the world's top producer of electric vehicles and batteries, views a stable nearby supply of these minerals as a strategic necessity to maintain its dominance and meet soaring demand. The Mez Anak mine, for example, contains one of the world's largest untapped copper deposits, vital for everything from power grids and electronics to renewable energy infrastructure and electric vehicles. Rare earth elements, essential for manufacturing wind turbines, smartphones, and countless other technologies, are another prize. China already dominates this market and is eager to tighten its grip, ensuring it remains the global leader in these strategic resources. Afghanistan also boasts significant reserves of iron ore, gold, cobalt, and niobium, each one critical to modern industry, from construction and electronics to aerospace and clean energy. For China, direct access to this vast mineral trove is more than an opportunity. It's a chance to secure vital supply chains, fuel its economic ascent, and shape the future of global industry. China's pursuit of Afghan minerals began long before the Taliban's return. In 2008, a Chinese state firm secured a massive lease on the Mez Anak copper mine, but security threats and archaeological discoveries stalled progress. Now, with the Taliban seeking investment, China is reviving talks, betting that new security guarantees can finally unlock the mine. Beyond mining, China's biggest move is extending the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, into Afghanistan, integrating it into a vast belt and road network. This isn't just about roads, it's about transforming Afghanistan into a regional transit hub, connecting Central Asia to the Arabian Sea. For China, it means a direct, secure land route for minerals. For the Taliban, it's a shot at legitimacy and economic survival. China is weaving Afghanistan into its long-term economic and geopolitical strategy. For Afghanistan, CPEC is more than an opportunity, it's a lifeline. Since the Taliban takeover, the economy has collapsed under sanctions and frozen assets, leaving millions in crisis. CPEC promises new infrastructure, roads, railways, and jobs, connecting Afghanistan to global trade routes via Pakistan's Gwadar port. This could slash export costs, boost competitiveness, and generate vital transit fees for the government. By becoming a land bridge between Central and South Asia, Afghanistan could finally turn its geography from a liability into an asset. China's transactional approach, focused on development, not political reform, offers the Taliban a rare chance for legitimacy and progress. In a world where most doors are closed, China's corridor is Afghanistan's best hope out of isolation. The stakes: economic survival, regional integration, and a shot at stability. China's rapid advance in Afghanistan is triggering alarm in Washington, where policymakers and analysts are closely watching Beijing's every move. In Delhi and Moscow too, the shifting balance of power is reviving a modern great game for influence across the region, with each capital recalibrating its strategy. The US, after 2 decades of military presence and trillions spent, now watches uneasily as China moves to claim the mineral prize it once mapped and hoped to develop itself. Some American voices even call for a renewed engagement or a return to Afghanistan, arguing that countering Beijing's growing influence is a matter of national interest and global competition. India, long a partner to previous Afghan governments, sees the expansion of the China-Pakistan economic corridor as a significant strategic setback, deepening China and Pakistan's hold in its backyard and raising concerns about encirclement. The corridor's route through disputed Kashmir only heightens India's concerns, fueling tensions and diplomatic protests. Russia, meanwhile, balances cooperation with China on security and economic projects, while quietly guarding its own influence in Central Asia and watching for any shifts in regional alliances. Regional powers are wary, seeking trade, investment, and stability, but also mindful of the risks of overdependence on any single power. Many are eager for economic growth, but remain cautious of over-reliance on Beijing's ambitions and terms. The new contest isn't fought with armies or tanks on the ground, but with contracts, infrastructure deals, and the powerful lure of Afghanistan's untapped mineral wealth, reshaping the region's future in ways that are only beginning to unfold. Despite the promise, extracting Afghanistan's vast minerals is a daunting challenge that cannot be underestimated. Security remains fragile, insurgents frequently target infrastructure, and tribal politics further complicate any centralized effort to develop the sector. Most mineral deposits are in remote mountainous areas with little infrastructure, no railways, unreliable power, and poor roads make access extremely difficult. Building what's needed will cost billions and take years, making CPEC's extension critical for any hope of export or economic transformation. The Taliban's lack of international recognition creates legal uncertainty for investors, while corruption and weak governance threaten project stability and long-term success. Social and environmental risks loom large. Mining can displace communities and damage heritage sites, as seen at Mez Ainak and elsewhere. Without local support, projects could face resistance, protests, or even sabotage from affected communities. The road to riches is long, risky, and fraught with obstacles at every turn. So, why does China persist, despite the risks? For Beijing, Afghanistan is a generational bet. Securing critical minerals is essential for its tech-driven future and global leverage. China's state-backed firms can absorb risk and wait for long-term rewards, unlike Western corporations focused on short-term profits. Controlling lithium, copper, and rare earths means power over the industries of tomorrow: energy, electronics, and defense. China's Belt and Road Initiative provides diplomatic, economic, and security support, creating an ecosystem to manage risk. Walking away would mean ceding the prize to rivals or leaving it untapped. Unacceptable for Beijing. China will proceed cautiously, using pilot projects and expanding as conditions allow. The dragon has fixed its gaze on Afghanistan's buried treasure, and it's in for the long haul.